We're years after process, really, because President Trump, he told the New York Times yesterday that the United States could oversee the government in Venezuela for years. And Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he outlined this three-step process in Venezuela. The
Right.
first step was being stabilization for the country. That includes controlling the sale of up to 50 million barrels of oil. And President Trump posted about this step on Truth Social. He said, "This oil will be sold at its market price, and that money will be controlled by me as President of the United States of America to ensure it is used to benefit the people of Venezuela and the United States." Is there any clarity on how that money is going to be handled or how that money is going to be split by the United States and Venezuela?
No, questions were asked about that, reference to the money that would be available through the sale, the market sale of that oil, and no specific answers were given. The authority, the question arises, where does the administration have the authority to engage in that sale, to decide what is done with the money? I mean, it is Congress that controls the funding that is within the United States purview, not the executive branch. And I mean, there have been references to holding the oil in accounts offshore. The answers we got yesterday were vague, without detail. It feels like they used chalk to write out the outline of these phases, with an eraser, very nearby.
And this feels like just such a simple question that I'm about to ask you, but I've got asked this question a lot. Why or how does the United States think that they're just entitled to this oil? I mean, what is the justification here?
Well, that's a good question, and we have a need for answers to that question. But we do obviously have American interests in that oil because Citgo and Citgo is a Venezuelan oil company, but we have American-based contracts. They have violated and not paid billions of dollars in those contracts. So there is American financial interest there. But I mean, the shifting sands of the purpose of this operation have really been disturbing. I mean, first it was about the narco-terrorism and the drugs supposedly flowing into the United States, not fentanyl, which comes from Mexico, but cocaine. Now it's about oil. There's no mention of it being about democracy and freedom. And we should not be signing up to run Venezuela for years. And what are we going to do? Leave a blockade in place for a decade or more? This cannot be a long-term operation. We have the ability to make plans to help them transition to democracy. They have leaders that were rightfully elected, or we can establish a process for new elections there where all candidates can have an opportunity to run, and they can elect new administration, and we can help them ensure the safety and security of that. But to be in this vague situation that right now only appears to be about oil and benefiting from its revenue is not something that's appropriate, and that is where Congress needs to be involved in as a co-equal branch of government and the constitutional authority on military action.
Congresswoman, we have to end it there, but I appreciate your time per usual. Thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.